As a former Christian of 16 years, I'd like to share some of my experiences that may help you in your transitions into becoming an atheist. I was raised up as a Christian ever since I was a child. I was a Baptist Christian, and I went to church like most other Christians every Sunday. I remember going to these individual Bible classes. I remember when I was really young, we went to Bible studies, or Asian Chinese Bible studies, where the children, we watch TV, and after the Bible study's over, each of us get a prize. And back then it was a Pokemon card. I was a Christian up till just about last year, and I remember clearly my discussions with God back then, who I used to believe to be real. I remember that on Sundays after Bible class, we would play soccer or any other sports in the backyard of the church. I remember right there, almost every time I thought about God, I remember questioning, how do they know what they say is true? So I went through these years reading the Bible and going through these Bible studies and Bible classes on Sundays, and I realized that the typical Sunday was simply an expression of experiences and personal experiences that each person felt God had changed in their lives. It wasn't until middle school that I realized how profound an influence God has in a teenager's life. Middle school wasn't an easy time in my life. I was the typical nerd, a typical guy with no life, who sits in their computer all day and nights and wishes for something good to happen. I prayed every night and day for better grades and more friends, hoping that God would give me that. Well, evidently, it didn't happen. I realized that the reason I was believing in God all these years was that I needed this feeling of acceptance that I only felt when I thought about God. But I realized that this acceptance was a feeling conditioned by the church. Never once until this point did I actually doubt the existence of God. At first, it felt like I was betraying someone who was protecting me all these years. I realized that not once did the church ever give anything to support the existence of God. I realized that they captivated the people with extraordinary stories and miracles without explaining how these miracles could have happened. They gave you no reason to believe the miracles and expected you to accept it. But people who already attended these churches for years and years accepted it without doubt. It isn't easy, believe me, but once you switch, you'll see the world in a whole new light. My conversion to atheism began last year in my junior year when I realized that I no longer feel depressed. I had friends, I was accepted, so I was freed from this shadow that many were still involved in for the same reason I was in, except perhaps they had different motive. Some may be afraid of death, and others were just simply used to the comfort of God watching over them. I'm no longer depressed. I'm excited about life, where previously I thought, what's the point of working hard when you die, you go to heaven? Then after I got my mindset changed from Christianity to atheism, I actually began my research to why I now believe in science. And I realized that the only reason I was a Christian was simply because of the emotional attachment. Science showed me reality. It showed me how the world actually is, while religion, having no other reason to believe in it other than for the emotional thrill, became my nemesis up till now. So I wanted to share my experience from being converted to a Christian to an atheist. Remember, a religion isn't just a belief, it's a way of life. Don't let it control you. You decide your life. You don't need the church worshipping an imaginary God to feel good about yourself.